Hi, I'm in my polytunnel. Today, filling these flower pots up with compost. I've mixed horse manure compost with a multi-purpose compost to bulk it out a bit. Gets a bit of feed and a bit of a substrate to plant things into. And just show you what I'm planting. So today I'm pricking out these. Now these are a mixture of different lettuces. So we've got baby leaf. There's two sorts, Italian and an ordinary baby leaf. There's a whole load of different kohlrabi. There's two lots of cabbage, Sweetheart and January King. There's another load of kohlrabi there, so we've got about, I don't know, 5 different varieties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 varieties of kohlrabi. We've got Swiss chard, basil, all different things there. We've got rocket and saladine. We've got celtus stem lettuce. We've got different red and speckled lettuces, so the red coloured ones really. And then we've got mixtures of lettuce. There's red romaine and there's another one there that's Arctic King. They're mixtures of lettuce, so we've got quite a few different ones, and I'm going to prick them out and put them into pots. So this is the ones that I'm going to prick out from. I'm filling the plant pots up like this. I've got my scoop here. It's already mixed, so it's a mixture of different composters I've just described, and I just top up the plant pots like that. Once I've filled them, I shall shake them in so that they've got enough in each flower pot, and then any excess will go back into the tub to plant some more. I have done a lot of flower pots. There's 2 layers of flower pots, as you can see here, and these will be. Each tray will be for either a mixture of lettuces, a mixture of kohlrabi, or stem lettuce, or whichever. Excuse me. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. Then they'll sit into a tray that I can water in. It'll hold a bit of water. Oh, I've got the hiccups. And then they'll grow for perhaps a week or 2 until they get to a sort of size that I can put them into a bed. And to put them into a bed, I'm just going to show you in 1 second. Now I've got a couple of worm bins, grey worm bin. I've got to weed these beds. So I'm going to weed this bed. I've got another bed underneath the strawberry plants. I've got to weed that bed as well. I'm going to put a layer of worm compost, so it's worm castings, onto the top of the bed once I've weeded it. And then I shall plant the lettuces when they get bigger into these beds, and there'll be rows of lettuces. So I'm going to do 1 indoor crop. I might crack the bottom of the vent open a bit, but I'm going to plant them into here, and I'm hoping to get a crop of lettuces or cabbage or kohlrabi out of the polytunnel before it gets too hot. There's another bed here which I will do as well. I've got 3 or 4 beds that I can fill up. This bed's just for cuttings. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I might do a bed outside. I'm not too sure, because I like them inside because I can control the pests, sort of thing. I've got some copper tape to put around the edge to stop the slugs. It's all organic. The feed is organic. I've also got a whole load of peas. So I've got 6 varieties of peas, and some of them are old plants or old seeds, so they might not come up, but they will go on the edges of the cabbage and brassica and lettuce beds, and they'll be for feeding the lettuces. That way I'll get a second crop, so I can do pea shoots, and the peas will continue to grow inside for a few months, and I'll be able to pick peas as well. So that is what I'm doing today, over there and over here. I'm going to do a few hours, and then I shall stop and go and do something else. Anyway, I hope everyone's well. Cheers from now. Cheers. These are the little lettuce plants that I've got to prick out, and I'm pricking them out and planting them. I'm going to do this whole tray. There we go. And I'm going to plant them into these pots. They're a bit big, the pots, but it doesn't matter because they'll grow in. And what I want to do, there we go, you can see, just make a little hole with your finger and pop them in like that. That's one done. And then I'm just using the little marker to dig them up with. There we go. Literally just pull them out like that. Do a little hole, so use your finger You can see the first part of my finger, I'm just going as deep as that. The lettuce goes in the hole like that. Bring the compost round the actual plant. There we go, it's done. Give the pot a little shake, it's all level. I'm going to poke a hole in these ones so that it's ready to go, and then I just prick them out like this. There we go, there's one tray done. Now again, just take the lettuce, pop it in the hole like that. There we go. And like I say, this is all the same lettuce. Arctic King Butterhead are the same lettuces. So they're all going to go in, and however many trays it'll be, the label will cover those ones, and they'll have a little gap in between so that I know which lettuces are which. Because when you plant things out, sometimes you'll use a different label or a wooden label, and the ink will run, or you won't be able to see it, and you can't see what you've planted, and it really doesn't help you. So it's good to know what you've planted, which is why there is a label. Now I like to use wooden labels, but the only trouble is that they do tend to fade the what you've written down, which is a shame. So I am using plastic ones, and I'm probably going to have to get some more plastic ones to put in. Plastic ones are good and they last for quite a while, but then at some point, if they're in full sun or anything, the plastic will break. It starts to break down in full sunlight unless you can get UV protective plastic. Anyway, that's one tray done, and I've got all these to do, so I'm going to do these trays and fill them up with these letters, and it'll just be one variety. I'll then water them in, and then I'll put them where the strawberries were. The strawberries will go outside just for the spring, just to, or they'll go somewhere else, and the lettuces will grow through. And then as soon as the lettuces are a couple of inches tall and look like lettuces, they'll go in the ground. So I'll bring you along and show you. Cheers. This one little tray, this has produced all of these seedlings. So there's about 100 plants there, and they're all Arctic King Butterhead as the label for them. Yeah, Arctic King Butterhead. Now all I've got to do is put them in a tray. They're going to go over here where the strawberries are, and the strawberries are going to go somewhere else. And then they're going to grow on for 2 weeks. I've got to water them, just put a rose on the watering can and water them all in. They're in a mixture of compost, multi-purpose compost, and horse manure, well rotted horse manure compost as well, and they'll grow on for about 2 weeks, and then we'll see what they look like. They should be all about 2 inches tall, and then they'll go in the ground, or 2 or 3 inches tall. We'll see how they go, and then I'm going to pop them in the ground along with a load of worm castings, worm compost, which will be a topping mixed with the compost that they're in as well. Okay, cheers. Planted all these up. There's 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 85 red romaine planted as well, and 100 Arctic King Butterhead so far, and I've still got those to plant. I'm going to just water all of them, and then I'm done for the day of potting up pricking out and potting up lettuce. Cheers. Hi, I'm in my... Hello. I've been planting lettuce, and I've just finished, and it's like nearly 6:30, so it's getting dark outside. Now these lettuce here, they're very tiny, you can see them. Hopefully it's not going to be too cold in here, and they will grow. But they are pinks and red lettuce. Some of them are called dark Roden, and they're a very dark purple. There's some that are called speckles, and they're a pink and speckly leafed one. And then there's red velvet as well. And so these ones, I think there's 100 and something here. That's what these are, pinks and reds and dark lettuces. These ones here are red romaine. There's some more to grow, so to go in as well. I just ran out of pots, and there's a whole load. So all of these, there's like 100 there, and then there's 100 Butterhead Arctic King, and there's another 100 there. So that's what I've done today. And then I've also done a tray of peas. Some of them have come up and some of them haven't, and the ones that have come up are in here. So I'll do pea shoots to start off with. When you do pea shoots, it's a bit too small at the minute, so you can see there you've got 2 leaves and a tendril, and you'd pinch that off and you'd pinch that one off, and then that's a pea shoot, and then you can put that in a bag and put it in a lettuce, in a salad or something like that, and you can eat it, and it tastes amazing. It tastes like peas, and it's just as good as eating the peas themselves. And then when you've picked enough off that bottom of that plant, the plant will expand and it will grow out and out and make it thicker at the bottom, and when you let it go, it's a bigger plant to let it grow upwards to produce peas. So you get your peas, you get your pea shoots first, which are the tendril and the 2 leaves. Anyway, that's what I've grown today. The peas will go in the beds with the lettuce, and then they're nitrogen fixers. They absorb nitrates out the air, they feed it in through the roots, little nodules in the roots, into the soil, and that feeds the lettuces. And the lettuces are high nitrogen feeders. These peas are in mostly horse manure compost, and I've still got little seedlings to grow as well, but the majority are all these salads to go in already. Nice one, cheers.